goal here is to, and it's the goal of our gathering, and I think it's the goal of Center for Awakening and all the teachers that come here, is to first to uncover, dissolve, and evaporate. That's what he said in the song. To uncover, dissolve, and evaporate that which is not real, so that that which is real, that which is true, that which is loving can only come through, can only be extended. That's what a spiritual journey is all about. Uncovering, dissolving, and evaporating all of the falsity, the distortions, everything that we have made out of the error in the belief in separation that is antithetical to our true nature, which is love. That is antithetical to our true reality of being the perfect creation of love. Right? I think the human experience is like it, that is the journey. And it happens in our everyday lives. It happens in our life is the classroom in which we uncover, dissolve, and evaporate the falsity out of our life, so that, like the song says, love is always shining. Who we are is always shining. When you look around the world, or when you look around your home, or you look around your neighborhood or community, when you watch what's going on around the world, that seems to be the farthest from the truth at times. Love seems to be like a distant memory. When we see some of the suffering that is going on in the world, when we and I mean, we felt that way when we all had our own personal experiences. I don't know where you are today in your thought life, or your emotional state, or your psychological state. I don't know where or what you may be holding um, as a covering to the truth that's keeping you from being in the place of joy and peace and bliss and tranquility and creativity, that may have you stuck in some way or another. But it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is in this moment that we become fully aware of what that, like the Course in Miracles says, that which is real, which cannot be threatened. Right? Because when we uncover, dissolve, and evaporate that which is not real, which the Course says doesn't exist, then the Course goes on to say, therein lies our peace of God. Therein lies the peace of God. When we deal with only reality and that which doesn't exist. That is the lessons that we're learning. How big is forgiveness as a part of that, which we'll talk about intensely in this series, not today, but huge part of it. And so love is always shining. And if we're the perfect creation of love, that means that we're always shining. Always shining. I'm here in North Carolina today, and it's very overcast, and it may be the same way for you. Very overcast, very gray, right? But in reality, just beyond the clouds, just beyond the natural cloud, the sun, the sun is shining brightly, and it's always shining. So as in the natural, so as in the spiritual, or so as in reality. Regardless of the clouds that may appear to be surrounding certain areas of your life, just beyond the falsity of those clouds, those circumstances, situations, and conditions, lies Your true self that is always shining. The love that you are that is always shining. And so I think that, what's the real game here? The real game is that we always want to be what? Resonating. We always want to be expressing that which is always shining, which is our true nature, which is love. Right. And then the Course says, the Course says that it was written, the Course in Miracles said that it was written as a correction to all of the error, that we made. When I say when I say we here, I'm talking about all humanity, not just the people in this group, but all humanity. We collectively made a decision before the foundation of the world, before there was any form. And that decision was that we made a decision to detour into this thing called separation, or like the Course says, we detoured into fear. And out of that, we created all of this form, including our body identification. And so I'm a firm believer that if you're going to cure something, you have to go to the place where the error occurred. If you're going to really bring resolution in your life, you got to go to the source, right? What's one thing that humanity has been struggling with for years and have not really mastered it, right? What challenge in the medical field that they have not really been able to like get to the root of it. And I would have to say that it would be cancer, right? All of us would agree that cancer is still like humanity's an enemy to humanity. Yes, we've made great strides. Yes, people are restored from certain cancers and stuff, but still many uh, don't survive it. And that is because medicine has never got to really what is the root cause that allows the cells in our bodies to begin to reproduce not after their own kind. I mean, it goes against the spiritual law. The spiritual law says every seed produces after its own kind, correct? But if you know anything about cancer cells, they are basically cells uh, that just go off on their own and do something totally different than what they were designed to do. And in medicine, the medical community haven't figured out how to correct that because they haven't got to the source of it. And until they get to the source of it, they can only treat it, right? And thank God for treatment. Likewise, humanity as a whole, all of humanity. Because remember, the Course in Miracles speaks not to certain groups or certain segments, but the Course in Miracles is speaking to the all humanity, to the one, because the Course in Miracles see humanity as one creation, as one extension. And so at some point, in order to resolve the broad issue of suffering, we have to be willing to go back all the way to the point where the problem exists, where the Course in Miracles says where the error was made. And the error was made when a tiny mad idea of separation creeped into the mind as a thought to humanity. And we said yes, or God's creation. But in reality, the Course says that's impossible. It can't happen. Because if there's only love, so where can a thought like that come from? And that's why it talks about um, this whole experience is being dreamlike. Like you would have to fall into a dream and dream of being separate, because in reality, it's impossible. You catch what the Course is saying, right? That you would have to fall asleep and dream of separation, because in reality, separation is impossible. Love cannot be divided. Love cannot be broken into many pieces. Love can't be destroyed. Love can't be replaced. In fact, the Course says that there is no opposite in love. That love is and there is nothing else. Where are my Course students at? Right? Because what I find in a lot of places that I teach, in these communities, among groups, is that Course in Miracles students or Bible students or Quran students or whatever the religion is, they really don't know what it's saying. They don't know we don't know as Course students, and I put myself under that because I am. That's my main source uh, of evolving, to help me evolve. It's just a tool. It ain't it ain't the book. It ain't the words in the book, but it serves as a pointer to help me to come to the awareness of the truth that is true always. Because that's what I'm after. I want to know the truth, and not just to know it. And that word "know" means to become intimately acquainted with. I want to become intimately acquainted with what is true, what is real, right? Because therein lies my peace. Therein lies my happiness, my joy, right? Therein lies my purpose, in all of our purpose. And so what does the Course say? It says that somewhere in eternity past, humanity, we embraced the tiny man idea of separation. And then it goes on to say that the only thing that really needs to be healed in our life is the belief in separation. Because once that is healed or let go, then all that's left is reality. All that's left is love. So when we look at our personal lives and look at all the things that have happened, that has ever happened in our life, just think about it. You was there. You remembered all. You was there. You was always the main character. Whether it was a good experience or bad experience, you was the main character, right? And regardless of what it was, your life had became the curriculum by which we rediscover, like you say, uncover and rediscover who we are. It is. So everything in your life has been always been usable. Everything in your life has always been purposeful. It may not have felt good. It may not have seemed good. It may seem like so wrong or so impossible and so stressful. Some annoying, right? And but regardless of what it is, or what it has been, or what it will be tomorrow, in the human experience, it all is usable to wake us up and to the reality of who we are as love, and to not only wake us up, but that we stay awake, so that we can let this love that is always shining is what we represent and what we emanate and what we shine forth to others, right? Because the purpose of waking up is so that we can wake everybody else up, right? That is our goal. That's our purpose. That's why we're here, to awaken and to be assistance to others.